Thank you. You see, my phone camera's placement is right in front of the audio mixer on OBS, and so sometimes I just don't see it. Thank you. Hi Pigeon, hi Coffee, hi Croven, hi Man, hi. How's it going, everyone? I hope you all had a good weekend. I hope you all had a good day today. I hope you all are super well. So what's good? I'm doing alright. I had a decent day today. It was pretty chill. Now that I'm not living in hell, things are pretty alright. It's quite nice. What did I do this weekend? It's cold. It's cold. It was actually really nice this past weekend. Like Friday, Saturday especially, it was like, mid to high 60s. My feathers are working. Hell yeah. Oh, aren't? Oh no. Oh no. No, it was nice here. But like, hi. Oh hi. Um, it was nice enough that I could like go outside. I did a lot of like yard work, and by a lot, I mean not that much. Like I did some. I basically prepped like the front garden for the winter. Like I took out, like I deadheaded a bunch of plants and like cut a bunch of stuff down, and um, I finally tackled the rose bush. I have like a climbing rose ivory in my front garden. That was planted before I got here. Moved in before I bought the house, and it's massive. It's like actually gigantic. And very untamed. So I spent some time like taking out a bunch of dead branches and things like that, and I have cuts all over my arms to show for the fact that I was, elbow deep in a rose bush. So that's what I did this weekend. I also helped my mom do her front garden as well, so pretty much what I did. It's probably going to be like the last like super super nice weekend of the year, so I'm glad I had the chance to take care of it. But how are you guys? Did you guys do anything fun this weekend? Truly a weekend. Hi on this. Hi. I fished? But you said it was cold. Why are you fishing if it's cold? It was Lita Celebration. It was Lita Celebration. Um, yeah. It was a good time. Because. No, Lita's great. For the last like 6 months, I like didn't watch her because I didn't have the capacity to watch stuff during the day, and Lita streams during the morning for me. So, but hopefully, I can catch more of her streams again. She's a lot of fun. Did you catch anything, Pigeon? Same. Same what? Same you want to also watch more Lita? Lita's great. Oh, you can't watch her? Yeah. For me, she streams at like, I don't know, 7-ish to 11-ish, like in the morning, which makes it a bit difficult. I'm messaging come back to my job. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, Groven. It's just like sometimes you just don't have the capacity. I did perch. It was really tasty when prepared right. Did you catch to like eat, or were you just doing it for like sport, for like catch and release and stuff? I don't really know anything about fishing. I've never been fishing. My understanding is that it's fishing as an activity is an excuse to go on water and get drunk. I don't know if that's actually the case, but that's my understanding. Also, shout out to Max for reminding me to talk about my computer. Because holy shit. Well, that, yes. Yeah. That's not totally wrong. Okay. So, hi BB. Hi. How are you? I hope you're doing alright. Can't say what I have to drive. I hope you drive safe. Thank you for stopping by. You're wonderful. Never forget that. There's other reasons to fish. Yeah, to eat them, apparently. But, BB, drive safe, and if you are still here, I am so sorry, because Gumi usually deserves so much better. And I know that you sympathize and understand. I'm in final season. Oh my god, good luck. Good luck. I hope it goes well. I hope you get straight A's. I cried twice today, but it's fine. You're so real. So real. I won't, but thank you. Nah, you got this. I believe in you. I have 1,000,000,000% faith that you will do extremely well on your tests. So, listen, if you're ever doubting yourself, just remember that some random slime on the internet believes in you. Hi, Xdude. Hi. Glad to hear you're doing awesome. I hope you're having a great day. Can't spell finals without crying? True! Oh, lordy. I do not envy you, BB, but you're awesome and you got this. Vision. Oh, lordy. BB! What? BB, oh my god, thank you. Oh my lord, I haven't had to pull up stream elements in a long ass time. Oh, this is the wrong thing. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. This button. But thank you. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. This one. Heartbreak, so true. Thank you. You're so sweet. But I hope you do great on all your tests, and yeah. Drive safe. Please pray for T1 fans. You. Yes, thank you, thank you. Have a good one. Have a good one. No, I need to tell you guys about my computer. This is a tale. So, I don't know. So, 6 months ago, right? We were told that we did not have enough work to sustain our like team size, basically, because we're contractors. We do contract work for electrical distribution people. And they were like, to prevent layoffs, we are going to take on other clients' work. So we did, like, I think there were 4 or 5 different clients, plus our current client, but for a different region, which is basically just a different client, because they just do things so vastly differently. I got put on the other region's work for our same client, but different region, and it was awful. But I also got put on a different client, and they were like, hey, we're probably not going to give you work, but have some folks on standby in case we do need to, like, give you guys work. And our company was like, okay, we will take that. That's a good first step. And so they gave some of us, including myself, a computer. They sent out a laptop to access their stuff in the event that we needed it. And I've had this laptop. I, have occasionally had to log on and do, like, trainings and things like that for compliance, whatever. But recently, they had an employee, a contract employee, not from our company, have a security breach. And so they made us do this, like, don't give out your password style training, kind of thing. And I did it. And then they said, you have to do it again. And I did it again. But it was due on Friday. And so on Thursday, I booted it up just to make sure that I had done everything right, etc. And I couldn't log into my computer. The trainings that I did was like a month ago, right? So I hadn't logged on in a month. And the guy, I called IT and was like, hey, I can't log onto my computer. Like, what's going on? And they were like, okay, we'll change your password. We'll give you a temporary password and make sure everything's okay. So I used the temporary password and said that the temporary password was incorrect. And I was like, yo, what's up? what's that? And they were like, let me check some things. They were like, oh, your account's suspended because you haven't logged on in a week. Because you're apparently supposed to log on weekly. And I haven't logged on in a month. And so they re-enabled my account, and they were like, okay, now, again, you're gonna have to use the temporary password again, and I was like, okay. So I used the temporary password, didn't work. I still did not let me in. It was like, the username and password you have is incorrect, and they were like, that's not possible. And so they checked some things, and they were like, oh, I see here that your computer, the computer itself has been marked as a quote-unquote stagnant computer. You're going to have to talk to these other IT people to get your computer enabled, because it's not an issue on your account, it's an issue with the actual physical laptop. And I was like, okay. And so the next day, this was Friday, I got a call from the IT person, the computer IT people, and they were like, yeah, your computer's marked as stagnant, you're going to have to reformat your computer and reinstall Windows. I was like, okay. And so they sent me in the instructions to do that. Now, I go into work on Fridays, I go into the office on Fridays, which is a pain because it's an hour. And I went in on Friday, and like an hour into the day, I got this call, and they were like, here's the instructions, and it requires you to Ethernet into a router, which I can't do at the office. So I had to drive into the office on Friday, and like an hour later, I drove an hour back home to handle my computer. And I was like, okay. And that's not all. So I go and I Ethernet in my computer, my PC that they gave me, and I follow their instructions. On Friday, I'd be mad tilted. Listen, Friday was a ride. So I go to reformat my PC to reinstall Windows, and as I'm following this process, a pop-up comes up that says, unable to reformat due to configuration install error. Plug in a USB port for the logs and click OK to restart. And I was like, okay. So I put in a USB drive. I call the IT person, and I'm like, hey, the reformatting thing is not working. And he was like, all right, get the logs, send them to me, and I'll take a look at them. And I take out the USB drive, and I plug it into my personal computer, and I open the USB drive, and there's no logs in it. And so I do this process again. I try to reformat. I get the same error. I plug in the USB port when the error comes up, and I try again. Still no logs. And so he was like, "You know what? It's at this point it was like 2 p.m. He's like, I'm out at 4. I'm gonna try and reach out to my superior, and see what needs to be done. But if I don't call you back today, I'll call you back on Monday." And I was like, okay. So today rolls around. He gives me a call. This was this morning. And he's like, hey, you're going to have to ship your computer to me, so that way I can reformat it on site. And I was like, okay, can I get a shipping label? Because I'm not paying to ship this computer to you. And he was like, yes, I'm going to have to reach out and touch with the mail person, but he only comes in for a half an hour each day. And I've already missed him today, so I'll have to talk to him tomorrow. And that's where we're at. Holy shit. Very comical? Yeah, I'm just like, what is happening? So, I hope everything with that training is done. That was due on Friday, because I'm pretty sure I did it already, but you never know with these compliance trainings. They like to, add stuff on that's required and, not give you a lot of time to do them. So, I hope everything's fine with that. I'm going to have to ship this computer to them, and they'll have to ship it back at some point. And then, because I never got to change my password, I still should have like a temporary password. But I know that when I ship it to them and they ship it back, it's going to take like a week, which means my account's going to be disabled again. I'm going to have to call IT to get it re-enabled. Like, the whole thing is so dumb. It's so dumb. So, that's where we're at. That's how my Friday went. Say policies in place, just break a laptop after a month and don't give you work after a month. Yeah, pretty much. When I was on the phone with IT, they were like, you should be logging in once a week, like every Monday, and leave your laptop on for like half an hour and then shut it back down. And I was like, okay. And like, I was like, all right. The funny thing about this laptop is that like, they're supposed to send me emails and stuff, but I don't. The laptop they give me doesn't have a Windows license, so I don't have access to Outlook. So if they email me, I'm never gonna get that email. Like, I don't even know what to do about it, honestly. Wow. Yeah, it's the whole thing has been like, why do I even have this computer to begin with? Like, that's kind of where I'm at mentally. Oh lordy. But let's talk. So the schedule for the week is as follows. Um, we are doing campaign prep today. We'll be talking about like I haven't looked at this campaign prep since like 6 months ago when we first did this because I've been busy with work. That has not afforded me the mental capacity to do anything creative really, so we're gonna go over what we've already done, and then we're gonna start with like introduction stuff. And then tomorrow, you guys voted in the Discord for Superliminal, so we'll be doing that. I think Superliminal is very short. How long is Superliminal? 2.5 to 3 hours. So we'll probably finish Superliminal tomorrow. And then I'll put up another poll in the Discord for next week, Tuesday. And then Thursday is Silksong. We'll be doing the Coral Tower. So, yeah. I'm so not ready for that. It's gonna be a nightmare. So, I don't know who else here. I'm not counting numbers really, but I coral on my tower. Do you, Homeless? Is that something that you do regularly? Yeah. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this. But if you are one of my players, this would be players IRL. If you are any of my, IRL friends that I would be running a campaign for, now is the time to leave. We'll be transitioning to actual campaign prep, so what will be covered is spoilers. So if you are here and you are actually an IRL, champagne demon, as we say, now is the time to leave. Sag, Pigeon, you can stay. This campaign is not for you. It's not a spoiler. Oh yeah. All right. So, is this legible? Can you guys see this? Do I need to zoom in? How's that? Better? I can't read. Okay. That sounds like a you problem. How's that? Can you guys read that? Frowny face. Honest, if you need lessons in reading, I'm sure that we can find some classes for you. I can only read birds. Pigeon, that's literally not true. Listen, I know that little robot implantment under the hat gives you access to many languages that you can read. Hey. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. What? I didn't say anything wrong. Okay. But, This is the campaign, more or less. We have it on 3 pages. More or less, the plot of the campaign is they're going to oh my god, this is already complicated to discuss. There is a section of the continent of this setting that blipped out of existence, hundreds of years ago. And a scholar, a wizard, a magician, discovered a way to access the land that is blipped out of existence. And they are hiring the party to go explore it because it's probably a one-way trip. And so they're not going themselves. Champagne Demons is a reference to a thing that we did as kids. Me and some IRL friends played basketball. We made like a school grade-wide basketball tournament. And our team was the Champagne Demons. I have 2 BGMs playing over each other. Oh. There. How is that possible? And one's not a BGM. It's just music that I turned on in the background. For myself. Do you have Spotify? Yeah, but it's in a different window. It shouldn't be captured by the window capture. Now, if I make a new window and do it... Desktop audio weird? Yeah, it shouldn't be, because it's on window capture. Let me see what's going on here. Oh, I have it set to... match title, otherwise find window of same type, and they're both Google Chrome windows. Interesting. That's probably why it auto detects the audio from a different Google Chrome window and started playing that. That's weird. If I do that with this, because it's a different account... No, because it was in this one, wasn't it? Okay. I'm going to play some audio. I'm going to see if this captures it. And by play some audio, I mean I'm going to... Umi is streaming right now. Can you guys hear that? You can hear that. Oh, she's singing. Okay. That's weird. That should not work like that. That really, really should not work like that. Holy shit. Why does OBS do that? That's so strange. Because it's a Chrome, it only recognizes that it's a Chrome window. It doesn't recognize that it's a Chrome window signed into a different account. But OBS can still detect and play audio from a Chrome window, even if it's not the same Chrome window. Garbage. But garbage. That's so weird. Whatever. I will go musicless, that's fine. I could also mute this, but we might need it later. Oh, anyways. The plot of the campaign is that they are going to go to a civilization that blipped out of existence and go explore it. Now, why did this civilization blip out of existence? a group of people, a group of powerful wizards, scientists, whatever you want to call them. They sought immortal life, and in so doing, crafted a ritual to basically slow down time for them such that they were immortal. Like functional immortality, basically. Is kind of like was what happened. And they succeeded. But it caused a lot of problems in and around the surrounding area. So the section of land, which is now an island, right, got separated from the past and is in the present, but like with weird stuff going on. They will have to like basically go to 5 different landmarks, each one representing a school of magic in this game, and find a MacGuffin piece to unlock the like 6th area, which is like the city where these people live. Now, I was thinking about this before stream and yesterday. And I think what I'm going to do is this. So, I think I'm going to change this. So I was thinking that, like, maybe people live longer here. Maybe people, like... I think I'm just going to nix that and say that time... Not time, but... Time is slowed here substantially. Like, this happened... Like this event happened hundreds of years ago. Do I even have a timeline when this happened? I don't think I did. This is the continent. And you can see here's like a chunk of land missing and is now over here. Is this just the same information? It is just the same information. Okay, this does not matter then. But I think what I'm going to say is that like hundreds of years have passed, but time is slowed here substantially, and for people on the island, like a year or 2 has gone by. Like, I want there still to be people here, but either they are isolated because of the circumstances of, like, this, like, plot that we've come up with, or they're dead, or they're trapped, right? I think that's, like, the number one change I'm gonna make, because, like, there were towns here. There was a town here, right? So people need to live there. And if I don't want to make it completely, I don't want to make this island completely barren of people, right? In the past, I was going to have it that way, but I think it would be more interesting if they have people who are just like, who are you? And they find, you know, some people riding a dinosaur or some shit. I think that would be so cool. And they're like, where are you from? We're from this civilization from 100 years ago. Yeah, but that civilization doesn't exist anymore. Like, what do you mean? It's been here the whole time. Like, they will be meeting people who do not, like, would not be alive anymore. Because, like, this town exists, there wouldn't be people here, because this is a barren wasteland. Empty way, anyways. There is a people here, but this area is so, like, there would be people here, but this area is so distorted that it probably wouldn't have anyone left alive. And maybe there's like a cabal of people here. But I don't know. There would certainly not be people here. But I do want them to interact with people outside of Ion. Ion will be like the bulk of the people. And I think in here, like, you can see time is moving slowly out here. But in here, time is not a standstill. It's like literally at a standstill. People are literally functionally immortal here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because if you look at it like this is the first area that they will come across, and there will be people here. There should be people here, unless they were all wiped out. I think I would like for there to be people there. I think that's important. But today we're talking about introductions. So all of this is well and good, but they do need to get to the island somehow. And they need to have a conversation with the mage. So I'm gonna rename this. Overall campaign notes. And we're gonna label this introduction sequence. Okay. And then let's talk about this introduction. So let's go to the campaign pitch. We need this guy's name. Medius Acoustus. Acoustusis. Acoustusis? Sure. Who is hiring? This guy is a fractal mage. Sorcerer. I should write this properly. Sorcerer, fractal mage, and what level should he be? Also, what race is this guy? I have no idea. I did not write what he is. Also, the ancestry's changed, so... Let me take a look at the ancestries here. Unfortunately, I cannot show them to you yet. Also, they've changed. I think he was a Yomi. I mean, he was either a Yomi or an Auroric, probably. Let me look at the Auroric's naming conventions. No, I think he was a Yomi. Let me look at the Yomis real quick. Okay. I think he's a broom, probably. Yomis, for the records, are like sort of tiefling-esque. They have like devil tails and horns. They're very like passionate people. That's why I think he is one of them. Because this guy's like he's like super into scholarly studies and math. There's no other way to put it. I think he's a glimmer yummy then. Because broom yummies have ADHD. Yeah, I think this guy's a glimmer yummy. This. Okay. So let me write this down. Glimmer, Yomi, Sorcerer. I also need to look at the Fractal Mage. How powerful is this guy? He has to be pretty powerful. Because he is capable of slowing down the chronotides, is what I've called them. Like, tidal time shenanigans that's going on. Let me look at the Fractal Mage. Twist space, ability, chance, particle corrosion. Dimensional rift. Sub-additive manifold. What the fuck does that mean? I'm looking at the abilities and they're just like crazy. Oh, it's like an... Yeah. Yeah, we'll make him level 8. Out of 12. There's 12 levels in this game. 12th level is max level. And level 8 is, like, incredibly powerful. There are not very many level 8 people on the planet. Maybe, like, 20. You know. Who is hiring them? Let's do this. What is Medius like as a person? Very enthusiastic in speech and attitude. I like to imagine he gestures with his hands a lot. Like he's always like emphasizing everything. You know. What's another kind of like, I don't know, mad scientist-esque trait? Like someone who's like Einstein, but also like super into it. He's probably probably uses way too much lingo. Like jargon. Probably something like that, where he's just like, he always talks above people and like assumes that they know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, I'm imagining this character kind of like the scientist Dr. Wendell Tully from Grounded, almost. Like, that's kind of how I'm picturing this character. What is time jargon? If I were to say random made up phrases, chronotime. I mean, fucking, what was it? Subadditive manifold is the name of the skill. Yeah. Oh my god. Why is this like this? Here. Sub manifold. So, something that he would say is something like, you can. Something like, I've discovered a way to cross the chronotimes of the... What was it? What did I have? I have something written here. Control the temporal shifts at the metaflex of the chronotide. Kairos bridge should appear. There you go. Perfect. This is like a quote. Something like this. Is like a quote. It's like, what the fuck does this mean? Obviously, like, I don't know, metaflux is not a real word, but whatever. This. And then, yeah, let's put this down here. And then, subadditive manifold, etc. Just like bullshit like this. What else? Is there anything else that we know about him? I think he probably lives alone. Probably lives alone. In a tower by the sea. So, Bro is probably the only one, like, out here. Oh, if that's the case, we should probably make him level 9, right? Oh, no, that's a level 7 ability. Teleport is level 7 ability, so... Never mind. He can be level 8. Alright. What did I do here? Oh, I'm over here. So what is he paying the party? That's the question. How much money would how much money would you take to go on a death mission? There's no other way to put it. If you were like, hey, if some scientist was like, hey, I've discovered a wormhole to another planet. Granted, we know the other planet is safe. I've discovered a wormhole to the other planet. On your return, no matter what information or anything that you get, how much money would you take? Ain't no money could convince me. I mean, yeah, like it's very clearly like this is a one-way trip, but if you somehow make it back alive, I will pay you $5 billion. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. That's the kind of vibe that we're going for here. Do I have a... I don't have a... Solve my future generations money problem? Yeah. Do I have a description on coins and price? Like, you would need to pay me and my lineage? Yeah, I think that's probably an accurate, like, deal, right? Sorry, 1 second. Where it's like, I will pay you X amount of money, and if you have children or next of kin, I will send that money to them. You know what I'm saying? But also, we know that time moves very slowly there, so if they were to leave, and if they were to come back, they would come back within, like, a day or two. Right? No. The opposite. They'll come back hundreds of years later. Unless they solve the problem. Okay, so, yeah, never mind. Oh, lordy. Okay, here's prices. Normal prices. A doctor is 50 currency per patient. A sea voyage is 85 currency a day. To purchase a... To purchase a horse, it's like 500 currency. So we're talking like to the tune of several thousand, right? A war horse, a trained war horse from an army is like 1,500. So we're talking like 10,000, 15,000 at a minimum. Right? And that's per person. So let's say it like this, right? 5,000 per person guaranteed to any family or next of kin. An additional 10,000 per person on return to the mainland. Something like that. How do you spell additional? Like that. Oh, we don't have currencies yet. I don't have any currency names. I need currency names for this continent. Oh no. Gold. I mean, I could, I guess. But I imagine they're probably not necessarily made of gold, right? Like, we don't use gold today. Maybe they're like... It would have to be something that's durable and also... Vermela. Vermela is the continent name. There's 4 different countries, though. There's 4 countries, plus the 5th one being Ion, right? Let me look at the setting. So, like, there's this place, this place, this place, this place, and this place. And Vermela is the name of the actual thing. Vermoney. On those, please. I was thinking that, like, it would be, like, each place probably has their own currency. Because, I mean, if you think about it, right, like, that's how countries work. Like, we have dollars in the US, there's yen in Japan. They could be a union. Okay, well, they're definitely not. These countries are actually very isolated, for the record. Wilderness in this setting is quite dangerous. So, like, traveling from one place to another is not an easy thing, especially like a place like Creekheim. Like, if you were to go for, like, maybe from, like, boat here to here would be fine, but, like, the chronotypes exist here, right? Like, if you were to sail through here, you might come in and, like, come out, like, a week later when it should be a day later. So you would have to, like, sail all the way around here. And the same thing goes for this. You can't travel from, like, near the tear, because monsters come out of there. So, like, you'd have to, like, go around here. There's a volcano here, so you'd have to go around this. But you'd also have to, like, sail around the Thorns of the Sea, which is very dangerous. So you'd probably have to land somewhere over here. And traveling by foot, like, obviously there's monsters here. And, like, yeah, maybe you could sail from here to here. But, like, you're not traveling over here, right? Like, you'd have to go, like, way down here. And maybe, like, across this river. Maybe there's a resource everyone uses, like salt. I was thinking, like, you just make metal, like, metal coins. And each place has their own coinage. But I can see a resource, especially, like, in Amoni. Amoni is, like, a very craftsman-heavy town, so, like, a resource that's used, like, I don't know, like a specific hardwood or gems or something like that could be currency. But it has to be common enough that people use it. Gold. True. Gold. Oh, Looney. Anyways, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that's not a problem for right now. We need currency. 5,000 currency. Okay. Hi, cool. Hi. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. I'm doing alright. Just playing the campaign. We are mad chillin'. I hope you're doing well though. Okay. Let's think about this. How and where party meet? I mean, I'm thinking that they meet at his doorstep. Because, like, tavern. So, maybe. The thing is, the guy lives, like, here. In the middle of nowhere. So... I don't know. I don't know where the party wants to be from. On the boat on the way there? Yeah, probably. Like, this guy has magic. Let me look at this guy's spell list. 1 second. I'll give you a rundown on everything that this guy can do. So he can throw bolts of light at people. What does this do? Turn an area into difficult terrain. Make his dodge chance better. Cast detect magic or identify. Twist space around another creature. And teleport short distances. Change the flow of water. He's got like a small control water. Tilts chance around a creature. Make them more or less likely to do something. Create a hole in a wall. Create a pressure vacuum in a cone. Cause an object to become magically fixed in place for an hour. Speed someone up. Create spells. Create a blade of space-time to rend a target. Cool. Force people to move, because you can take over their mind for a moment. He has Guards and Wardens, which is like a spell that's like make fog or arcane locks and stuff in an area. Can teleport, and he can nullify magic. I think it's likely that he just like posted stuff around the continents, like, on this day, if you win a lot of money and are willing to risk your life, come here. You just put flyers up everywhere. That's probably what happened. Medius. The prisons have never been so empty. Yeah. Around Armela, Hungol, the risk of life. There's having him to meet. So we could either have them meet at his tower, or have them meet. I mean, we could have them meet at a tavern, right? And he could just be like, "Hey, you all showed up to die? Please come with me." And then he can just, because he has the capacity to teleport people, right? So he could do that. And they just teleport to his tower. He can teleport people? Yeah, he's level 8. Teleport, here, let me read you, is a level 7 spell. Like I said, it only goes up to 12. Again, if you're at level 6, you're like already one of the most powerful. Like, there's probably like, I don't know, a couple hundred people on the continent who are level 6. If you're level 8, there's like 20. And if you're higher than level 8, there's probably like single-digit characters at that level. Like, level 12 is like approaching godhood. Like, keep that in mind. Public transport in general. Again, there's like maybe a couple hundred people on the planet that are capable of teleporting. Well, not even that. That are at the level that they would be to teleport. If they are of the right vocation, then they can teleport, right? Because there's like level 8 like warriors. They can't teleport. Like, you have to be a sorcerer for that. How many? There's probably like 5 or 6 people on the planet that can teleport. Like, let's be real here. Let's keep that in mind. Let me read the teleport spell. Rich get richer side. True. I mean, that's kind of how it goes. Dimensional Rift. You open a portal to a location within your current realm. You must have visited the location or know significant details about the location. Entry portal is opened on an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you. The portal will close after 1 round. You close it as a quick action or until 5 creatures have entered it. Creatures that enter the portal are teleported to the predestined location. You can upcast this spell by paying the mana cost twice to be able to teleport to a location in another realm. This is kind of a problem, though. Because it says it closes after 5 people have gone into it. Well, there's 5 people in the party. And he has to go through it too. Which is 6 people. I guess he could just cast it twice. It's not like he's going to lack the mana for it. There's mana? Yes, this game has mana. And it's actually very critical to the game's design. Because, like, if you are a vocation that has, like, that's like a warrior, right? You might have decent spells, but, like, you won't have the mana to cast them very often. Whereas if you're a sorcerer, you probably have a ton of mana, and you have spells that do not cast a lot of mana. So your like class is basically spell slinging. Is this D&D or did I miss the memo? This is not D&D. This is a different game system called Shrike Systems. It's one that my friend designed. This. Like, this is the guy's, like, ancestry. It's his race. This is his class, and this is his subclass. Like, this is his vocation, this is his specialization. Sorcerer here is basically like a wizard in D&D. Think wizard. Fractal Mage is kind of hyped though. So yeah, the schools of there's 5 schools of magic for sorcerers. Fractal is one of them. It's like mathematics. And like using the power of like math, you can like disintegrate things. It's really cool. The 5 schools of magic are like basically like school subjects in a way. Like there's relic mages, which is like history. So it's like the study of history as magic. There's math, which is fractal mages. There's eloquence mages, which is like spoken word. It's like, think like mind controlling type shit. There's, I mean, I have them written here. There's biology, which is like essence mages, like life and death and manipulation. No, it's like literally like words and language. It's eloquence is the school of magic. It's like you speak and it happens kind of thing. Fractal, which is math and time, and then there's elemental, which is like alchemy and history. So it's like history, science. Like if you're talking about like elementary school stuff, it's like history, science, math, language, and like biology, or like this. Me being discriminated by a fractal mage fucking nerd. True. Literally, like, let me read you a fractal mage skill. Because this is what it's like. This is the level. So, the breakdown of the levels is like, once you hit level 6, you've like achieved like the peak that 99% of people are going to get. And so there's like, you have like an ultimate ability at level 6. And for the Fractal Mage, they have 3 abilities at level 6. One is the power to create spells from nothing, right? Like, you can just write your own spell. It takes time and money, but you can do that. But you also get, as a Fractal Mage, you get this ability called Spatial Blade. String together tethers of physics itself, you weave a translucent blade up to 120 feet away that rends a single target. This spell deals slashing damage. Additionally, you can choose to slide the target up to 15 feet. Motherfucker is doing a master's for a spell. Literally true. Like, magic in this setting, like sorcerers, like wizards, they're like actually doing like arcane studies. Which is why sorcerers are cool. I've never played a sorcerer, for the record. I like to play meatheads in this game. Let's go institutionalized magic, pretty much. The breakdown of stats in this game is actually very interesting, because there's 9 stats. So, like, where you would say, like, for D&D, it's like strength, dex, whatever. Like, strength, dex, con, int, whiz, charisma, right? There's 6. In this game, there's 9, and they're on 3 different axes. There's power, finesse, and constitution, I'm gonna say. And then there's, like, mental, social, and physical. So, like, physical power is strength. Physical finesse is dexterity. Physical constitution is endurance. And that, like, determines your, like, health points. And then mental stats, there's, like, mental power, which is intelligence. And there's mental finesse, which is, instinct, right? It's like that. And spellcasters can be one of two. Like when you make your character, you determine whether you go off your calculations go off your like finesse stat or your power stat. So like you can be a someone who doesn't like study as much as someone who just like is like a savant at something, right? Like there's people who can just like sit down and hear something played on a piano and play it without ever having played piano before, right? Because they hear the notes. That's someone who's like very instinctual, right? Not someone who's like sat down and learned all the notes and are reading on a page. Like those are two different like schools of thought. It's really interesting. This game is very well designed. I cannot explain it enough. I'm really, really excited because my friend is getting close, inching closer to publication. I really want it to be published because it's good. It's good. Anyways, where were we? I could gush about the game's design all day. I think we can do it at a tavern. Players will meet at a tavern in where would he want it? Probably Octorica. Right. So this city is like Rome is the best way I can like think ancient Rome during its heyday. It's like, you know, very prosperous. So probably here. Is it a republic or an empire? Neither. I mean, I don't know that I could tell you, like, are you talking about, is it, like, does it have, like, a senate? Is that what you're talking about? Octorica has a senate. Angiva is ruled by a monarch. As is Kriegheim. Amoni is kind of flexible. I don't think we ever determined a government for Amoni. Because it's very much like whoever is like the best craftsman are the people that people listen to. Depose them on, like, that was literally a campaign. That was literally a campaign. They just didn't choose it. It was this one. This one. Long has King Valor Tiraz ruled Anchiva with an iron fist. Right? Taxes. Like, this campaign was like your Robin Hood. Lead a rebellion. But they chose this campaign. A New Hope, Disney is knocking on your door. I mean, that was literally, like, that was the inspiration. Right? It's like, you're leading a rebellion, right? Much like in A New Hope, they're leading a rebellion against the Empire, right? That's why I named it that. Okay. Where were we? I keep getting distracted. What's the name of the tavern? What's a good tavern name? I know a good tavern name. We almost went to a place for my friend's wedding in Florida. Let me see if I can go find it. This place. The Green Turtle. The Rat's Nest. The Rat's Nest. Listen, if there was a tavern called the Rat's Nest, I would not eat there. The Turtle Nest. It's better, I guess. I'm just gonna. The sketchier the tavern, the better the booze and cheaper. I mean, you're right. But if there was a guy who was like, hey, I'm giving you $5 million, but maybe you'll have to die. Come meet me at the sketchiest tavern in town. Like, it's not happening. It's not happening. No one would go. People would think it's like you would get shot if you went there. I'll have the rats poison no ice. Literally true. How's this? I will make the rat's nest somewhere in the setting. I don't know where it will be, but it'll exist. We could even make it in Ion, like in the city proper, because the city, like, there's still people there. Where is it? Tavern. Rat's Nest. Drop it in the poor district for the working class? Of course. It's not like it's gonna be anywhere else. The labor faction will be there. Base out. Ion. There. Nest. There. Okay, so Medius has looked room for evening. The players will enter in sequence. Right? Base faction. Well, they're not the ones that caused all the problems, so you're right. You might be shocked, but the people who were the powerful sorcerers are the ones that fucked everything up, not the ones that are, like, nature-focused or labor-focused. I know that might come as a surprise to you, Homeless. Videos will be the last to show up and be shocked that anyone showed up at all. Like, I legitimately think he'll walk in, I'm gonna have him walk and be like, oh, someone actually came. What does he provide the party? a map of Ion when it disappeared. So this will be something that I make physically. I'm a big fan of like props, if I can, when I'm running tabletops. So I will probably make like a physical map and make it like weathered and stuff, and try and like roll it up or something. Maybe I'll like roll it up and put a rubber band around it and like keep it like that for a while. When I like in the past, I've like half burned notes and things like that. It's a lot of fun. I find it a lot of fun. Textbook on the culture of Ion at its height. So that would be like providing information about like, where was it? Oh, it's here. I keep getting lost. Like these factions, right? Like, and like the towns and stuff. Because there were 3 towns, right? There's Ion itself. There's Roloi, and there's Agalma. We need a name for like the park/conservation site. And we need a name for like the each of these places basically. What's the name of the library town? That kind of thing. And then what else does he give the party? What if I were hiring someone to go on a death mission? What would I give them? And I was a powerful wizard. What would I give them? Like supplies? Like food, water, camping supplies? Like, obviously, if he could, he would design something. Like, I think it would be reasonable for him to design something for them to, like, get the fuck out of there. But that, I don't want that to happen. Like, they should not have an option to return to the mainland. Because if they press that button, the campaign's over. There's no other way to put it. Because, like, the opening for them to go to Ion it's like a one-time thing. So, their goal is, like, have to get there and find out what's there, and then also have to, like, bring Ion back, because there won't be another shot. Like, they are the only people who will ever have a chance to go. You know? And that'll be, like, the campaign, basically. What else would a wizard give a party of adventurers for a suicide mission? I don't know. I don't even have items, do I? I know I have the old items, but I don't have anything new. Huh? Why don't I have... Is it not on this computer? Oh my god, it's not on this fucking computer. God damn it. Okay, well. I don't have the inventory list, so... we can figure that out at a later time. What else would he provide, if anything? So, okay, so let's say after this, so they meet him, he's like, I would like for you to go here. I'm going to pay 5,000 gold to your next of kin for going. If you come back, I'll give you an additional 10,000 per person. I think he would probably be willing to money, right? Like, he gives them money, like, he gives them this money, and will deliver it. Like, he will not, like, he's not like, here, have 5,000 gold, meet me here, you know? Like, people would just run off with the money. But if these people, like, if you're going on this mission, you would want to guarantee that this guy's paying you, right? So, like, some way, like, maybe, like, they go to their families and they're like, here's 5,000 gold, kind of shit. With the party. Because, like, I'm sure he has probably enough mana to cast the teleport several times a day, right? But after that, after meeting at the tavern, deliver the money, go to the tower, and prep for the ritual. Because this will be a ritual in which he, like, imbues them, like, gives them, like, an item that can, like, stabilize the chronotimes for a certain amount of time. And once it's created, they will, like, carry it. Like, I'm imagining it's like a crystal orb or something that they carry. And while they are there, it, like, gives them, like, a spotlight of land to walk on, basically. That's how I'm imagining it. Ritual to imbue an object with temporal stabilization powers. Hi Max, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. We're writing out the introduction to the campaign, like getting some details down. What's good? How are you? How's your weekend? Me playing ARAM so I could be better? Stop playing League. Uninstall League. You will be much better. Harmless. In before Harmless is like, no, play more League. I'm waiting for Hoggins. I need something to play with friends. Well, Harmless and Wiz and Aki are all playing Blue Protocol. Convince your friends to play Night Rain. I don't know. League is fine. As long as you're not tilting, I think League is fine. I think about any game. If you're not tilting in any game, I think it's fine. I can run to play with friends. My toaster could be getting a revamp. Oh, I see what you're saying. Gasp? Why are we gasping? Also, good morning. I hope you're having a great morning, Maren. Currently tilting in Mobile League. Very funny. What is it? It's like a Rift Legends or something like that. I don't remember what it's called. This one, no one rages. Okay, well that's good. Wild Rift, thank you. I forgot about Wild Rift. I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about its existence. I remember hearing that it was fun, but I never played it. I do not have room on my phone for other games, because it's currently full of gacha. Now, I think this is kind of like the big question that I want to decide for the day. Do I want this to be a cinematic? Because if it's not, right? Can you make a cinematic? I mean, it's for an RPG. It's like a narration, right? It's not like a. When I say cinema, I'm not like animating. This is for a tabletop. Max. I'm designing a campaign. No, you're good. But I guess what I'm saying is like, I could describe this is like an event that will happen. It's like the quote unquote like the start of the campaign. And I think I probably will make it a cinematic where I'm just like describing the travel. Because I don't know if you know this, but in tabletops, unless it's like the tabletop is specifically designed for travel, which this game is, right? This tabletop is relatively designed for travel and survival. Travel is boring. Travel is boring, right? You're walking, and you're walking, and you're walking. But like, there's no unless something is happening, right? Like, unless an encounter is happening, there's no reason for me to be like pausing and like asking for rolls on anything. So I could just describe the walk, or I could like design encounters. Now, there's benefits and downsides to having an encounter on something like this. The upside is that it makes it more interesting, right? Players want to do stuff. But the downside is that if something goes wrong here, there's no campaign. Right? If there's an encounter and they fight something, and they get kicked out of the radius of the fucking object, right? Like the temporal, like this thing, then they die. There's no save for that. Right? I guess I also need to decide what level there is. Like, this event that's happening is them, like, they are walking in, like, a bubble, and everything outside that bubble is, like, outer space. Right? Like, imagine that you're walking in, like, there's like a 30-foot radius of space-time. It's like if you were, like, walking in a bubble at the bottom of the ocean, right? It would be really exciting if a fish popped into the bubble, right? Or like an octopus attacked you while you were in this bubble. It'd be very harrowing. But if you were to leave the bubble, you would get, like, crushed by the pressure of the ocean, right? It's like that. That's kind of like the vibe. Now, I could describe that walk, or we could play it out. Right? And I think that's, like, the big decision that I need to come to when it comes to this. Like, do we want to threaten them? Because this will set the tone for the campaign. If it's, like, a harrowing experience. Let me look at the monster manual. Is there anything that I could get away with? Like, I guess I could. One option that they have is that they take the thing and run. I feel like it's better to keep them safe and as a cinematic. Yeah, maybe. And just, like, describe what's going on around them. Like, I could, for sure. But if I were to introduce, like, let's say, I don't know. I'm going to use this as an example. Let's say a wyvern or something flies down into their bubble. In theory, I don't know if the players would be smart enough to realize this. They would be like, oh, we are outmatched by this. Let's all run. And they could run away and get the orb, 30 feet or whatever outside of the like, move in such a way that the thing that is attacking them is outside the bubble and just, like, gets torn to shreds. Like, that's an option. It'd be pretty cool. But also, if something happens to them, they could get torn to shreds, right? Like, there's benefit, like, it could be fun, but it would also be very, very harrowing. I don't know. What level do I want to make them to start the campaign? If they start the campaign at like level 2 or level 3, it could make a huge difference. Because there's gonna be 5 of them. I've never run like this game system was, I think, originally designed for 3-player parties. So there's gonna be like a relatively big party for this game. Excuse me. So it should be relatively interesting. Like they're not like even if they're like level 2, they're not gonna be weak. You know, especially if it's against like one creature. Like we could throw something dangerous at them. Not like dragon dangerous, but we could throw like, I don't know, like a warg at them. But where would that come from? They're crossing an ocean. Like there's no other way to put it. Let me look at. Let me look at the beasts. Are there fish beasts? Surely there's like sharks or something. Piranhas. It's a 7 lose streak? Merit. Are you doing okay? Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's sharks. Oh my god, there's icebreaker shark. So what we could do is, on this bridge, right? Tweaky, I'm fine. Oh my lord. Please do whatever you need to do to ensure that your mental health is stable. And by that don't murder anyone or anything like that. But if you need to log off, that's okay. It would be very scary and interesting. Oh yeah, Morley. For sure, for sure. Like I could describe, like we could have a section. I'm thinking maybe like 1, maybe 2 encounters, right? Like one section is like an ice thing, right? Like there's water and it turns to ice. But maybe one section has a monster. I kind of want to throw one monster at them. Mostly to see if they figure out the... Oh, I did not mean to minimize that. I'm sorry. There you go. Counters. Ice hazard? Because if they break the ice, they die. Oh, lordy. I mean, the ice hazard is like CR1. It's fine. Very nonchalant, yeah. Treacherous ice sheet. Perception DC 11 to notice. DC 12 acrobatics to fall prone. See, there's not even a chance to break through this ice. It's just to scare them. It's just to scare them. Now, I could also throw an icebreaker shark in there, but I think that's a little too mean. Is there like a land shark in this game? What is this? This is just water, right? Aquatic. Yeah. Are there any like land sharks or something? No. I could throw like a panther at them. Something super easy. That's just like they're like walking along this like land bridge that only exists like 30 feet around them. And as they're walking, they like, a like panther like flips into existence because it like died and was displaced. Like it just was like asleep for all time, and then they like create timer, like it's like stuck in time, and then they like bring this stabilization thing around it near it, and it's like awake again. It's just like what? I think I kind of want that vibe. Maybe it's not a panther. Maybe we do like a bear. A bear could be exciting. Let's do that. Ice hazard and a bear. We'll narrate the rest. Uncovered by stabilization device. And then the end, I think probably like if it's like 2 encounters plus all of like the meeting, I think that's probably enough for a session. Right? Like this is like, and like we'll end with them reaching Ion. And I'll like describe what it looks like. Describe what it looks like in the current day. That way it's got this like kind of like epic ending feeling where they can like see there's like a giant fucking tornado in the distance. They can see the giant blue rotating sphere of energy. Like that. Like I think this is probably like a fine thing. Like a fine intro session. Because this might take some time. And this might take some time. What does a ritual look like? A ritual by a math wizard that imbues an object with the capacity to prevent space-time variations around it. Write a bunch of formulas. I mean, yeah, I imagine that's what like the spell is like when you write it out. But what is the actual casting look like? Also, what kind of object do we want to put into it. I was thinking like a crystal ball that like starts to glow purple, and as they use it, it becomes like less and less purple or something like that. I don't know. Like, it's gotta be like limited time. Or a limited time. But like, as they reach ion, it will last longer and longer. Because ion is stopped. It's like time stopped. Which actually is a bit of an issue, right? I'm thinking about this. It's like, if they go to ion, right? And let's say a week in ion is like a year in real life. Kind of poses a problem, right? Because that means no matter, like, I'll have to keep track of how long they take to finish the campaign. Like, if they have like kids and stuff, if their characters have kids, their kids will be adults with their own kids by the time they get back. You know? I mean, it's certainly interesting, but I mean, I think this covers it. You know, crystal ore. Crystal ore that glows purple becomes more as it's used. Imagine there's the orb is on an altar with formulae sketched around it. Oh, is it with an E? Sure. What screams space-time spell? What does it sound like? Is it like clock ticking? Clock ticking noises? As spell is cast? Something like that. Also, he also will answer questions. Questions about what he knows about ion. Which is not a lot. Like, I also kind of need to know what they know about ion at the time. Because this happened, like, hundreds of years ago. I mean, maybe it's not even a textbook, maybe it just answers questions. And the party can write it down if they want or not. What information does he know about Ion? He knows about the 3 main factions. Right, like he can answer. Where was it? It was here. Like he knows this information. There was a triumvirate. Like he knows this information. Copy. I keep doing that. It's here. Here, let me just do this. Let me just write out what kind of questions they might ask. What was Ion like hundreds of years before its displacement? Culture. Ion. Let's say peaceful nation. It was very in the focus. With minds pointed toward studies of magic. Something like that. Well, here, let's do this. Economically, they're, what do you call that? What's the word for GDP? What do you call that? Their economy, I guess. And economically, we'll just say their main exports were in research, physical crafts, and mining, and in tinker's trades. It said they had a, I don't know, what do you call it? A town, it'll just say a town full of clockmakers. What do you call a clockmaker? Is there a word for that? Thesaurus. Clockmaker. No. No? Is there no word for that? Do you call someone who makes clocks a clockmaker? Oh, it's literally that. There's no other word for it. The earliest use of the term clockmaker is said to date from 1390, a century after the first mechanical clocks appeared. Oh, and it's different from a watchmaker. Huh. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Very neat. Um... We're also a group of conservationists. It's said they ran a... Hi Wiz! Hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you had a good weekend. We are writing kind of like snippets of dialogue. We're doing the introduction sequence, right? And like the first session, we're designing the first session, and part of that is they will have the opportunity to ask the person who's hiring them about the place that they're going. So I'm like writing up snippets of dialogue to their to questions they might answer. They might ask, had a good weekend and a good day, but just fell down on my icy stairs and got one less knee. Oh my god, I hope you're okay. Oh no. Oh god. Also, why are your stairs at? Like, are you talking about like to your front door or something? I don't know what your house looks like, Wiz. My house does not have stairs in it anywhere. There's like, I think there's like maybe like a 3 or 4 centimeter step. Not even that. It's probably like 3 centimeters. Up to the front door. It's 1 step. It's not really stairs though. And the rest of the house is flat. Or are you like in an outdoor apartment or something? Stairs to my backyard. Oh, like to like a porch or something on the backyard. I see. Well, I hope you're okay. Search shows there was area called the XYZ area Safari Zone that they ran like a the research shows there was an area that they ran as a they ran wildlife viewing groups. Fascinating. Isn't it? I'm fine now. Good. They had the tiniest amount of water that froze I didn't see. No! That's tragic. I'm glad to hear you're doing alright, though. It was these 3 groups of the triumvirate that ran ion. We know it. Ligitrin. Dial. ball of powerful sorcerer. Let's call the nature faction like Aaron's Fang or something like that. Because Aaron is like the goddess of the wilderness. Aaron's Fangs. Well, it can't really be that, because they also ran, like, the research lab, right? And the research lab was, like, studying biology. Right? Like, they were, like, capturing... What does it say? What do we know about this place? Research laboratory. Well, do we know anything about it? We know nothing about it. I don't know. We need a name for a group of people that touted themselves as conservationists, right? Like, they were, like, very pro-wilderness, but also they would, like, study animals. And I'm, like, when I say study animals, I mean, like, they would capture them and, like, do science experiments on them. Not in the, like, the Keepers. The Keepers is not a bad name. Keepers is a fine name. Let's go with that. The Keepers. The Keepers. Hi, Aki! Hi. How are you? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a great day. The Keepers, who work was fine, I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, fine is better than not fine, so that's good, right? You protected. I need a name for the forest as well. XYZ area safari zone. And the who. I had a grocery shop after work and I was putting them away for a hot second. That's so real. I went grocery shopping yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And I got a lot of shit. It was so expensive. Ugh. I also need a name for this labor faction. And by labor faction, I mean, like, primarily, this town made statues and clocks. Like, they are a guild of people, like a Mason's guild almost, but they made, like, statues for famous people, or, like, gargoyles and things like that, and they also made clocks. Something gear? Yeah. Chrono Gear, the Warden of Time? I'm kidding. Let me think about this for a second. I mean, what do you call any labor faction? What do you call a group of laborers? Like a union? We'll call this the Haunless faction. The Class Trader faction. The what now? I need a name for the labor faction. What worker? Lenny. What do you call a group of people who kind of labor? They did gear plus clock, the Glock faction. They did mining, and they made like metal craft metals. They made like clocks and statues. They were very big on like bronze casting as well. So like statues, gargoyles, stone, metal, gears, clocks, that kind of thing. So mining and the making of metal, as well as like fastening it into like items to be exported. They didn't make like weapons or anything like that. They made like shit that was like rich people would buy. Rich people from other countries would come here to buy things to put in their houses, in their mansions, to right? Like a king might come to this town, like these people, and outfit his mansion, his castle, with a bunch of statues of himself and his family, as well as like gargoyles and stuff. So they also probably did like masonry work, right? As well. It's such a niche thing. We're not calling it the Glock faction though. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, it's such a niche thing. Gargoyle. What is the history of a gargoyle? Architecture? Oh, they were used for like water flow. Interesting. Technical term for says is a grotesque, a chimera, or a boss. I'm sorry. We're diving into this. This is how I do things. Interesting. So they like made them based on but I guess they would be like architects, right? They would be making sculptures as well. Clockmakers and sculptures. Like, I feel like they would be making this. What do you call someone who makes this? An artist, but like... The Freemason? The artisans or the architects? Yeah. Roman sculpture. Sculpture in the Renaissance period. I mean, I guess they just call it, like, sculptors, right? Yeah, sculptor, engraver, bank. So it's like very historical artisanry. Artisanal craft? I don't know what you call that. The shaper sounds cool, but sounds redundant with keepers. It does kind of sound redundant with keepers, but it is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's very cool. The shapers. Oh my god. There's holy shit. There's so much to this. Thesaurus. Sculptor. Artist. Artisan. Craftsperson. Artificer? I mean, the Artificer's Guild. Artificer has a very specific connotation within D&D, but this isn't D&D, so maybe it'd be fine. It would actually be very funny and ironic that I have a whole very important people called the Artificers because in my D&D setting, Artificers aren't allowed. I don't let them have it. We'll call them the Artificers Union. How's that? It was these that made a creature and dial, a cabal of powerful sorcerers, keepers, who protected thee. We also need a name for their, like, forest/safari zone. That's actually probably the next name that we need to, like, really come up with. Artificers Union. Warsaw. Labor. Crafts. Or export. Okay. So, what other questions would people be asking? If you were a part of this campaign, what questions would you ask about Ion? Ask about what? So the plot of the campaign is basically like there is a civilization that like blipped out of existence hundreds of years ago. And this guy, this like wizard, basically this spellcaster, found a way to get there. And he's hired the party to go. It's like a one-way trip to go check it out, and if you can get information back to him, then he'll pay you a shitload of money, right? But you're like the players are basically going to be going on what is essentially a suicide trip. There's no other way to put it, into a place that existed 500 years ago. Right? And it's like, what if you were to like have the opportunity to ask the world's foremost scholar on the area that you are going to be checking out on their behalf, because it was kind of lost to time, right? What questions would you ask? Like, obviously, what was it like before it happened? What was it like hundreds of years ago? What was Ion like before it disappeared? Like, I don't know what other questions you might ask. Like, I don't know what questions a player might ask. Points of interest in the area, dangers to point out. Okay, yeah, sure. So interest in the area. The dangers might be present in the island. Artifacts and things like that? Yeah, I guess that's true as well, right? Thanks. Should we keep an eye out for while we're there? I don't know that he would know anything like that, but... I mean, we should make something up, right? Give them something to hunt for. What are points of interest in there? Well, the country had 3 cities. Had 3 towns, 3 cities. And they are... I keep doing that. It's here. Reloy, where clocks remain, and at Galma, where statues remain. And then Ion itself. I keep doing that. Galma, which was focused on mining, and metalwork. Reloy, which is where the fine clock artisanal. That's just what I was saying they're gonna ask. I mean, we should have something ready for them. If someone's like, I want to go find powerful artifacts, we should have at least something for them, you know? Who, like, I don't know if that's what they want, but we should. Is said to happen. And then Ion itself, which was the largest city and home to powerful arcane secrets. Right, like, this was, like, a very high, like, I say high. Ion proper is, like, was supposed to be, like, it's like a magical powerhouse of its time. And then people got too big for the britches and were like, we want to live forever. and cast a giant time spell, and that's what caused it to like blip out of existence. Because they're like stuck in their time, basically. What dangers might be present? So, well, I'm not sure what dangers may have existed. Ion was said to be a very peaceful land. However, due to the cruel disturbances, perhaps there may be pockets where temporal shifts may occur. Right, like, he doesn't know what actually lived there, but like, that could be dangerous. But like, a giant time spell ripped this place out of its, out of the time stream. So, yeah, there might be pockets where weird shit's happening. What artifact should we come up with? Give me an artifact. What's a good artifact? That a super magical society would have. A very powerful magical artifact. I mean, I could just port the Immortal Sun, right? It's something from my own D&D setting that I stole from Magic the Gathering, I want to say. Right? I'm pretty sure I stole it from Magic, from Magic the Gathering. The Immortal Sun. Always steal from Magic the Gathering? Yeah. Yeah, from Rivals of Ixalan. Yep. Like, that would also be wanted from one of the factions. Yeah, I'm thinking that, like, the Immortal Sun... So, the Immortal Sun... is... was a device that said Hedron held. It's rumored that it could take you anywhere, anytime, even across realms. They could be traded to them, or the party would need to hide from them if they want to keep it without traveling. Yeah. But with the Nispi, with Ion's displacement, since it hasn't appeared, it seems likely it was either lost or doesn't have the capability to return to Mela. I'm guessing former. If you were to find it, it could prove a reliable means of return. Like, I'm thinking this, like, by telling them this, they could go on a quest to, like, find this, and it would be a means that they could come back and not die. Otherwise, they're gonna have to figure that out themselves. I need a name for a forest. What would the keepers call their, like, safari area? Because they have an area here that's, like, a giant forest that they were like, no one's allowed to touch our forest. But we will escort safaris through our forest. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would run, like, wildlife touring groups. Excuse me. I think once we get this name, I think I might call it for the day. Like, I think we did what I wanted to do. It's another word for a safari. Known as a hunting expedition. It's not really one I want. A safari from the Swahili safari journey, originally from Arabic safar to journey, is an overland journey to observe or hunt wild animals, especially in East Africa. See, like, these people would go to, like, observe wild animals. Like, it would be like this. They would go out and, like, not take photographs, but, like, go out and do, like, wildlife viewing. But on the down low, they would, like, hunt animals and perform experiments on them. Like, make chimeras and stuff. Safari Park. See, something like this. A game reserve. This is what I'm looking for. What's a name for a game reserve? I mean, it could just be called, like, the reserve. What kind of a name for it, though? I don't know if this would even come up. Conservation area. Harborage? Those in like cover. Interesting. The thing is, these didn't even exist back in the day. Like in medieval times, because there was no need for it. The Biosphere Reserve? It's hard to find the equivalent, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, the word biosphere is not bad. The biosphere. It's so dramatic for no reason. Biosphere. Biosphere is not bad. What is that? Zapovednik. Interesting. Oh, it's like a thing. Oh, whoa. Interesting. I don't know shit about this as a topic. It's very interesting. We'll call it the Biosphere. The Biosphere is a very funny name. I like it. The Biosphere. The Biosphere. Sounds exotic enough. I don't know. Okay. Call it the lands between. I'm not calling it the lands between. Oh my god. Let me edit that here as well. By that I mean biosphere. Oh, I guess we need a name for the library town. This guy's not gonna know about it, but it definitely existed. Because it wasn't really like a town. It was like a library with like a beach, if I remember right, because it's near the beach. Yeah. I guess he would probably know about it, because it's like a beach town. Where was that? This place. At 4 cities. What's a good name for a town where... Call it the library? It's like a beach town. Library. Athenaeum? Athenaeum? That's not a bad name. It's very Greek. I mean, it's got Athena. The Athenaeum is probably what we're going to call the library itself. Because you lie on the beach and it's the library, so library. Please, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Sea town. Really? Oh, that's big. Control Shift V. I don't need any of this anymore. What do we call that? It's a good name for a beach town. I'm not calling it library. I refuse. Well, you guys very pretty good. Well, Athenaeum, I think is what I'm gonna call the building. It's like an actual, like Athenaeum's like a real word for a library. I think I want to call the town something a bit easier to say. Right? If you were to go to a town and be like, "Welcome to the town of Athenaeum," it would be like, "What the fuck are you saying?" Right? People names are not like that, really. Like town names are not like that. Right? I don't know any town that's like super complicated to say. People just don't call them that, right? Like Toronto. Toronto is very easy to say. Quebec. Quebec is very easy to say. You know? People don't say things like Saskatchewan. I'm kidding. But Saskatchewan's like a native word, so it's fine. You know? Athenaeum Beach, all inclusive resort. Super easy to say. True, so true. Okay. Medieval letters in it, like Emir or something? Emir. Oh, that's like a real word. Is a Welsh given name. It is? Yes. Meaning king. I'm looking for like etymology of the word library. Liber from book or document, libraria. Other modern languages from Greek bibliothek. I just pulled it out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Emir? Emir sounds like a name, right? Well, I mean, we could call it that. It's just a fucking name, right? So, we can call it that. Emir. Why not? Who cares? It's a good name. So... Okay, well, I mean, I think we got everything we need, right? We need to put it here. Emir. And then there. Okay, I mean, I think that pretty much covers it. At least for like session 1 intro sequence. I just called it the medieval letters. I was playing CZN, and the character Amir was on screen. I mean, that's fair. This had Y, G, or K. True. Actually true. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna call it here. And yeah. Craig Kosery. What is that? And I will catch you guys next time. We got pretty much everything I wanted to get done, so we out here. And yeah, we got our like first session planned. Thank you, thank you. We got our first session planned, and now I think the next time we do one of these, we'll actually like get some details in, because we have the broad strokes of a campaign. We do not have any details. We don't have any characters other than the guy who gives them the mission in the first session, and that's it. And we will need those. So, yeah, yeah. We got Superliminal tomorrow, as voted on by you guys, and we got, what do you call it? Silk Song on Thursday. We're doing the Coral Tower, I believe it's called. So I would look forward to that. Until then, I hope you all have a good rest of your days, and I will catch you all next time. Good night, good night, good night. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I will see you tomorrow for Superliminal. Good night. Bye-bye.